150.
Woo!
It's a big number.
150. Wow, that's halfway to 300.
Halfway to 300. We have to make a Pixar movie at 300, I think.
Oh, do we? That's a stupid fucking idea. What a dumb idea.
We should come up with a DreamWorks movie called Pops.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's a good
idea. Should it be Canadian?
Actually.
Yeah, it could be like the ants to A Bug's Life.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that big?
Yeah,
we should get Woody Allen.
Well, we can. I think I know a guy who has some connections. I think Nate knows him.
Yeah, I think it's time we un-Me Too him. If we can un-Me Too Russell Brand through the power of conservative media, we should un-Me Too Woody Allen.
Well, I guess, since we're a leading voice in conservative media, we should start that. I should start that charge. Un-Me Too Woody Allen.
And Roman Polanski while we're at it.
And Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein's a Democrat.
Let's do one rung of the ladder first. Let's start with Woody Allen, and then we can set our sights on Roman Polanski and maybe Harvey Weinstein. That's a lot.
I just want to see a Melanie Mac thumbnail with all of those guys, because she did one for Russell Brand, where she's questioning the Russell Brand stuff, because that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
That's what you do now. That's the marching order. You have to say, this guy wouldn't rape.
Yeah.
This guy who's Pepe Le Pew in human form, he would never rape. He wouldn't do that. They're just saying that because he said some crap about the vaccine, which he truly cares about and isn't just saying for attention.
Yep. The Ukraine war, he was against it, maybe. Who fucking knows?
That's right. The only guy to say that.
Mm-hmm. The only guy to say it's stupid. Every time you speak out against the Ukraine war, boom, charges against you.
Yeah, Rudy Giuliani, Donald Trump,
and none of those guys have
Woody Allen.
That's the thing. No, those
they've
guys
done literally
do
nothing.
Either.
I just want to see a Melanie Mac video about Roman Polanski.
Oh my God, could she say Polanski? No. I'm not quite.
She's in a fight with the Twisted Metal guy now.
The Twisted.
What?
David Jaffe.
Oh yeah. Goddamn. I've been away for a bit, but I did see that because also I see it all the time in either our chat or Drew sends it to me. So I'm up to date on these guys.
She's a bathroom person now, I guess, and she debates people on panels about the bathroom, even though she never leaves the house ever.
Yeah, that's
She's
what I was
on her
thinking,
parents' compound in this stupid room with the butter. She doesn't go anywhere. She's only going to get killed by her own fans, but she's mad about people in the bathroom, like transgender people. And come on,
it's not. I guess you could say it's ultimately it's killed, but it's not intentional. It's just that some of them are going to give her too big of a hug.
It's true. All. It's true.
But it is. That's what I was. My immediate thought, and I wanted to just. I mean, she's blocked me and blocked literally every account I have.
And everybody follows you.
Literally
everybody
no reason.
Follows you. Everybody, they're on a block list.
Yeah. But it made me so frustrated that this fucking moron doesn't leave the house. She is a shut-in. Literally a shut-in. Her parents take care of her. They give her butter and meat and just let her stink in her room, the basement, wherever she lives. And then she just wants to go on these panels and be like, Target lets transgender people in the bathroom. Should we just shoot them with a gun? It's like, God damn, die! Melanie, die already, please!
She sounds so horrible in her... Visually, she's so irritating because she has the bodily movements and the dress of, like, a 13-year-old girl with body dysmorphia who wears the same raggedy hoodie every day. It's just... And she talks like that, and she's 30-fucking-7.
Yeah. She's way too old to be doing this.
And she acts like she has social anxiety on a Discord call. Because she does.
Yeah, that's true. She does.
But she's mad about the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that I watched was the Nintendo Direct from, I think, a few weeks ago. And they are redoing the first 3 Tomb Raider games for the Nintendo Switch. And my immediate thought was, all those poor guys, they're not going to be able to buy a Switch. There's no way they can buy a Switch. Their grandmas aren't going to buy them a Nintendo Switch to play Tomb Raider.
Well, some of their grandmas died and they got shipped to a different house.
They keep getting shipped out to a different house.
I can't believe that. Lingle posting pictures, like the same grainy pictures, but in a different house. And it's clearly another relative. Like they're sending him down the list like a series of unfortunate events.
What they're doing is they're putting him in a basket and setting him in the river and letting it float to the next unfortunate Lingle family member that has to collect him. And take care of him for like 2 weeks before he bites one of their actual kids, and they have to like rehome him. So I gotta rehome my Lingle. He keeps urinating everywhere.
It's like when squirrels bite through wires in the attic and it causes a fire. That's the kind of stuff that he's been doing. He just bites through the drywall and then gets into the wires, and then there's you smell smoke and you see him down on his hands and knees, and he's like,
you go into your drawer to like pick out a new shirt for the day, and there's a big Nickelodeon stain on it. And you're like, God damn it, Lingo!
the old logo from when it was white.
Don't wear my shirts, Justin. Don't wear my shirts.
Well, he doesn't want to get that on his good shirts, like the Chrissy Mayer shirt, or the Melanie Mack shirt.
His little red shirt that like his button up where he combs his hair, and he looks like he's 12 years old.
Awesome.
Somehow he's 32.
People were getting their pictures roasted by MAGA grandmas the other day. I don't know who did it, but someone replied to like some woman whose mom died in 9/11. They made like a fake Magic the Gathering card that was like that woman's mom and takes damage from the Twin Towers or some shit. And the picture was Mocktack or Lingle. And then it like that woman retweeted it and was like, "Look at you! Oh my God, Jesus Christ!" It kind of goes to show you how like I don't know. It is a little disconcerting how all these people who normally like. If they saw us making fun of those guys, they would be like, how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you say something about somebody's appearance, this nice boy? But then if you say, that guy's a lib. That guy said he hates America. They're like, you fat fucking piece of shit. You look so ugly. I could stomp on you with my boot. Just instantly it snaps over.
I did like the Mocktack reply where he posts a new selfie of himself and his thumb's all like bent backwards, and it's supposed to be like, this is actually me, but it's like looks exactly like the picture because he's just in his room.
He posted one before that where he wasn't giving the thumbs up. And it's one of the funniest things anyone's ever done, where he was trying to prove that no, this is actually me. Here's a real picture of me, and it was the exact same picture at
frame
like
for frame,
a 1 degree angle. He's in the exact same spot like, on the same couch at the same time of day, wearing the same shirt.
Just scrolling through, not even fast, just scrolling through normally, you'd be like, oh, that's the same picture. Like, he just posted this picture. Why?
Yeah, you'd have to really look at it. But he actually took another one. But he's wearing the same shirt, and it's the exact same pose. Like, what does that accomplish? And also, it doesn't even, like, those people are just saying awful stuff about you.
Yeah.
And if you prove that, well, that's not me that said that. Like, they still said that about your picture.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
What are they going to say? Oh, you're not ugly.
What's the end goal? Oh, I thought I was disagreeing with him. You're actually like really handsome, and I think you're going to actually have sex with Melanie and marry her. I think God's going to give you a great wife. What? No, like this lady just called you an ugly fat piece of shit. I don't know. Maybe like don't engage.
Oh,
yeah, that was awesome. Brutal.
But
I was going to say,
it couldn't happen
Melanie
to
Mack's
better guys.
merch is so ass.
Ugh.
It's amazing, like the money that she's leaving on the table by having T-shirts from 2017 where she still had straight hair. Maybe even earlier.
It is, because I was retweeting a lot of them a few weeks ago. Anytime someone posted a picture of their shirt, and it's just all the Lingles and Mocktacks. But then if you go back to like 2013, 2012, there's like more just normal gamers, and like they're wearing like the Get Mac shirt, and it's this same exact design, same exact model, same exact everything from like 2013. Like you haven't updated once, you haven't done anything.
Yeah, it's crazy because one, she has people drawing stuff for her all day. Two, she's like,
to be fair,
she's got guys like Lingle.
For her.
Lingle has probably bought the same T-shirt 50 times.
Well, you know why?
He is just begging to buy some new merch.
You know why?
Well, he used it.
Yeah.
It's like a tissue.
Someone in
you
his
don't just
family,
buy one tissue.
Someone in his family was doing his laundry and was like, well, this shirt's ruined. And tossed it. So he has to buy
49 more.
And
she sees another one has come on it. Well, you have 48 more.
But also, though, the guys who are in her community doing art are Just
Yeah, it's like Steven TV, but didn't she use his cover photo? Like, I wouldn't hire him to do it, but
no.
I think it would actually be better than just having the same merch if she had Steven TV draw a picture of her.
Or it's just
if she had one that was Mock Tack drawing a picture of her with crayon,
would be really
and that
funny.
was the shirt, I would buy it.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yeah.
I was about to say, it's like most of that is just Mock Tack drawing with a crayon, like his character Chrono Kicks, like marrying Melanie. But actually, I would love that shirt.
There's been some guy on the Melanie Mac Reddit. I've been looking at that recently. There's a guy called Pervy Avocado that's even weirder than any of these guys, but he's like anti-Melanie, but his thing is photoshopping her into like fake nudes and stuff. And doing like AI generated bikini pics.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. And then he has a feud with Mock Tack.
Of course.
Because I think Mock Tack has been replying to it, saying like, how dare you besmirch the honor of this beautiful Christian woman who I'm gonna marry. So he like makes threads. Aside from Chrono Kick stalking her, someone needs to warn Melanie Mac about this guy's pronto. And then it's a picture of Eddie Boy. And it's him on Reddit, and it's so hard to open pictures.
Eddie Boy, go Ultra.
Where he's on the Melanie Mac Reddit, and he thinks he's talking to her, and he says, "Hey you, are you okay? Just worried about you. Melanie, there's something going on with you, and I love you too, and I'm sorry. I see you, I know you're not happy. Is it me or is it me? Because you know I do care about you, right? And miss you. Right now I'm working now, planning to move to Dallas and getting my own place. K, and then a heart." And then he starts replying to it.
Eddie Boy is something else.
Yeah, I
think it's like Goal Ultra on Twitter. And then there's another guy that got banned. We always talk about him on Cleancast. We call him Mentor because his name on Twitter was Mentor Oscar. And so he's our mentor, but like all of his tweets are just like, "Kill Frenzy. I'm so mad. Kill Frenzy." And then he keeps getting bunnies. And then a week later posts a picture of a new bunny. And like it's like, man, Oscar, what's happening to those bunnies?
Did he squeeze it?
He's literally doing the Lenny bit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it is kind of like that time that Mock Tack said something about small animals dying in his yard. Who did that? They're just like that.
You didn't just
Lenny
find
pulling
him.
the dead mouse out of his pocket.
Oh, I found this.
I found it, and it was like that.
No, I think it's great. She's cultivated this incompetent audience who is just stealing money from their parents to give to her. It's great.
It's a great system.
Yeah, it works. I mean, it's beautiful.
It just sucks the living hell out of her because she's trapped in her own hell, but she can't do anything else other than this. And
not anymore. She's fully gone.
There was a point where she was getting actual e-girl money when she was streaming on Kick for those 3 days. She was playing Zelda, and she would get people dropping off 100 gifteds.
Yeah,
which is great. And Kick has a better revenue split, at least for now, but she just decided to stop. But those are the guys, like, to get the actual guys, like the lonely guys who make $500,000 a year and just want to give it to Amaranth or whoever, throwing it around, like, to attract those guys, you have to be on a streaming service. You have to be streaming. You can't be reading the Bible on YouTube and then getting super chats. Or not even super chats, just like whatever's in the comments.
Tips, donations. I don't know what.
I don't even know what it is, but it's like only those guys that give you money. I don't know what it is
because no one's doing it to us, sadly.
We've never got that. Like, why would you even want that? No, like, you don't get any. It doesn't boost it up in the algorithm, so it doesn't bump it to the top of the comments.
Well, that's why she has to do the culture war stuff. But I think she's also. I think she doesn't stream because she's lazy. And because she's just exhausted all the time because all she's doing is like drinking bone marrow and butter and eating like the worst ground beef you've ever seen.
Yeah, that's what happened to the carnivore guy. Did you keep up with that at all?
I do, always.
Yeah, his Instagram where he's talking about how he's been sick for 3 months and he can't get any sleep and he's shitting out brown pools every day, and then he blames it on like the one time he ate ciabatta bread.
I know, right?
Fuck. Oh, come on.
Because that's the thing is like, it's why I get so mad at him and why I got so mad when he like tried to call us out, Mommy. But Is
He
because
said his food tasted like us.
Yeah, he'll do that shit where he's like, oh yeah, like I've been feeling so bad, and it's because I had a cracker. Because I had a Ritz cracker yesterday. And it's like, bullshit, you had one. First of all, you didn't have one Ritz cracker. And it's also probably healthier than anything you've eaten in the last 6 months. So who fucking cares? Like, don't blame it on this shit. Your diet sucks ass. He made a post recently where he was talking about how he's not going to do strictly carnivore anymore because it doesn't seem to it's like, oh, it's sort of plateauing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what's working. It's just like, man, you are one dumb fucking idiot, aren't you? But he also said he posted that they took in a Ukrainian family.
Yeah, I wanted to know about that because he was asking for beds and stuff. Yeah, he's never mentioned it since then. I know he has a mail order bride from Ukraine. That's his wife.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's so weird because he was asking for beds and TVs and all of this stuff. Like he had nothing basically.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't need, I don't know if they need housing that bad.
Not to live with him.
And I don't think people were donating to it. And we read out a few comments where people were like,
oh, okay,
well, I know someone who let in immigrants and they stole all their stuff.
Because I sent those.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so it didn't seem like his old lady fans were too up on Ukraine because it's a culture war issue. Like people who watch Tucker Carlson, they hear Ukraine, they say, "Oh my God, that's where they do the kids' sex stuff, and they have the labs, and that's where they invented the vaccine." And even though the person coming over is probably they hate Jews more than anybody, they're like, "Where are the Jews here?" These fucking libs.
I just think he's not gonna get that shit from his grandma audience. He's not getting all that stuff.
No, and also
he barely gets money.
Why are you taking in refugees if you don't have the money? It's
we've seen his apartment too.
Do they know that
no,
you don't?
They don't.
I would be fucking worried as shit if I was a father with a child and a wife and I was going to this guy's house and then I looked at his social media and he was like, "Guys, I don't have any beds. I'm going to need some beds within the next week and I need donations." I would be like, "Oh, fuck. Should I go back?"
I honestly was like, man, that poor fucking family having to it's like, well, actually, let's go back to Ukraine.
And they're in the middle of Alabama too.
Yeah, middle of fucking nowhere. You go into this apartment that just reeks like grease and farts and dog shit, and the oven doesn't work. There's no bed. There's no couch. It's just camping chairs and a computer to monitor.
Oh yeah, because he did a van life thing a year ago. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I was looking back. He was doing a van life thing so recently, which is crazy that this isn't even a house he owns, I don't think. It's not a place that he's lived in for a while. He's only been there 8 months and you're taking in refugees? What the fuck?
And so every cooking video he's done in this place, he never uses the stove. He uses hot plates and griddles and shit. And for me, it's I don't I don't trust that that it works. I don't know.
I think it might be
it's probably a film.
It might be the angle.
Yeah. No. Yeah,
it would be hard to put the tripod in front of the stove. I don't know. We also know Borg, when he cooks, it's because his stove doesn't work. It's a house. It's some probably condemned house with a sign on the door that's boarded up, and none of the appliances work. So he just has to have a hot plate on top of the stove. It could be that. It might have just stopped working.
I don't know. I think in this newer place, it might work, but then there was a place right before this where he has one video and he does this sky shot and he just has all of his cooking on the counter and is just not using the oven. And I don't know. It's just, would I put it past him to not have a working oven in a kind of a newer apartment? No. Would I put it past him to just never use the oven at all and just use a shitty ass hot pot and griddle? No. So I don't know. All I know is that some poor family, if they're actually there, is really suffering. They're suffering worse than they did over in Ukraine.
Yeah, he should get into the raw meat diet, I think.
Oh, I think that would be great.
Sidestep the whole issue.
There's so since I've been just kind of gone, and if anybody is this a Patreon or is this free?
Free.
Free? Okay. Well, everyone, I'm back. Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I actually, I have a baby now. I found one.
Oh, wow.
Found a baby on the side of the road. So I've been taking care of her. But since I've been taking care of this baby, I've perused a lot of Facebook groups when I have some free time. Baby sleeping on me, feeding her a bottle and stuff. And the carnivore groups have just been wildly entertaining. And I actually went back through the whole month of August and I searched for the word hospital in there just to find how many posts from like middle of August to end of August are people at the hospital complaining about the food. And it was like 70 plus, just in over like half a month. It was 70 plus people complaining about how the food at the hospital is not carnivore and not healthy, and that doctors don't know what they're talking about.
Holy shit. That's
It
awesome.
must suck so bad to be a doctor and have to explain that to people so many times a day. Like, no, you do have to eat vegetables. No, you can't just eat cheeseburgers. I know a guy on the internet said you could only eat cheeseburgers, but I went to school and you can't do that. You have to eat an apple.
It's just like, and I've talked about it, and we've talked about it so many times, but just to see the numbers and just search, like actually search and find them is just, it's so dire. Like all these grandparents are just going to be gone so soon.
Yeah. And they're maximally annoying in their last couple years.
Mm-hmm. Like they read some of their numbers and you're just like, how are you still alive? They have JSON numbers. They have JSON blood pressure numbers. And it's like same thing with him where you're just like, how are you still alive? By the grace of God, go you, brother. Because you are just like a burp away from a heart attack.
Yeah. I think he lost his job, right?
Oh, a while ago. He
because he's selling his Oculus Rift and like a $50 cell phone and shit.
He lost his job 4 or 5 months ago.
Oh shit!
And then because he told everybody like 2 months after he lost his job, and we Ben, Andrew, Jake, and I have a text chain where because like Ben and Jake and Andrew get so mad at like JSON posts. And so I just send them to them all the time. And so we were following this a while ago, and he was just posting like nonstop at home. And like usually he shows himself at work and like he puts his like he's on the toilet at work shitting, or he's eating a snack in the back or doing whatever. And he's just like didn't show up. We're like, that's weird. That's really interesting. Like I think he got fired, or maybe he's on his like taking PTO or whatever. And then like 2 months after that, he was like, yeah, I got fired. And he did a GoFundMe. Well, not like a real GoFundMe, but he put his PayPal.
Yeah, it's because he was in the hospital.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. And so people gave to him because, yeah, that's right. Because he kept going to the hospital for his blood pressure.
Yeah, his blood pressure was like 1,000 over 500. And it was like, it was amazing. It was a medical marvel that they saved him and he's alive.
Yeah, he's alive. And then I love that he was in the hospital and just like taking pictures of like the nurses, just making creep shots and being so uncouth towards everyone. But like, yeah, so he's selling a bunch of stuff now because I don't know how he's gone this long without a job.
Yeah, he must be borrowing money from family or something. Like
for sure,
he probably shouldn't be working with his health, like because he just had what was it, a heart attack or a hypertensive crisis or something?
Yeah,
or like,
it was something
I
like
don't
that.
know.
Did you see his
he
last
should
video,
take some
though?
time off, but
his skin is peeling. The skin on his nose is peeling like he has like leprosy or like scurvy or something. And so he's touching it in these videos, and then he's also touching the Oculus that he's sending to somebody. The same Oculus that he jerked off in more than once. He said once. He put a joke disclaimer that he jerked off wearing it once, but good God, I mean, come on. You know that's more than once.
And he's not washing his hands.
No, he's not washing his hands.
He just has cum all over his hands, and then he takes it off, and it's just wiped all over the side. Fuck, man. You're like, yeah, he's a guy where like I'm not against him like making money or like paying his bills and shit. Like I hope he can pay his rent. He doesn't go out on the street, but something you would put on your face, I would never take in a million years from his house.
You gotta
anything bed bugs could be on, or fleas, or scabies, or mites.
I think you just got to be a fucking idiot to buy that from him. Anything that can,
Yeah.
anything
And an
that's
Oculus
been
just
in
like
his apartment.
the Oculus sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. And he's selling it for like $250, and I think it already goes for like $300. Pay $50 extra for one that hasn't been jacked off in.
Yeah, I don't know if those are ready to be good yet.
No, not really.
Like I guess to just have like a vague 3D effect over porn, but whenever I look at those, I find out that the resolution is like 480p because it can't run it, and it's like, man, I'm not going to pay that and then get dizzy and stuff if it doesn't even look that good, and it doesn't work with 99% of games.
It's just like, I don't know, VR, it just doesn't work that well. And I have a headset. I got it for my birthday a few years ago. My wife got it for me. I was like, oh, thanks. I didn't really ask for it, but thank you. And it's the Steam Valve one, so it's like the top quality, and like some of the stuff is fun, but it's a pain in the ass to set up, and then you actually have to have like room, because there was times where I was playing it in my old apartment. My desk, we got it for free from someone, and the desk was like 9 by 5. It was fucking huge. I know it sucked, but it was just like, well, I need a desk, so fine. And carrying that up was just a pain in the ass, and carrying it down was even worse. And I would be playing Beat Saber, which is like the best game, and it's probably the only reason to ever get VR would be to play Beat Saber. And there were so many times where like I end up just sort of creeping closer to my desk, and then I swing my arm down and I just hit the top of my desk, and I'm just like, fuck, god damn it. Hitting my wrist on like this solid wood desk. Like there's always that chance, because the cord isn't that long either. And like there's cord extenders you can buy, but it's like, again, you have to buy them, and they're like $150 for that bullshit. It's like, well, I'm not going to do that. All right, I'm not buying any more than I have to. And
yeah, that must be kind of an anxiety inducing, being taken out of most of your senses. Like you're stuck there, stuff is happening to you, and then you have all the sensory stuff going on.
It's cool.
Like, I've never had a real headset on. I feel like I wouldn't be one of the people that just jumps up and runs out of the room and trips.
No,
but it seems like it would be at least a huge learning curve.
It a little bit. I mean, and like again, it's very cool. Like, but there's not much to it. There's just no real payoff for a lot of it. Like Beat Saber is the best thing because you also don't have to move. Because a lot of those times when you move in those games, you just sort of select where you want, and then you don't walk. It sort of jumps you there, and it like makes me so dizzy, and it hurts my stomach so bad. Like I get sick.
Yeah, that's one of the big problems. Unless you have a treadmill or something.
Yeah,
but that would cost $2,000 if. And so that.
With like Beat Saber and games like that, everything comes at you. So like you don't have to like move or like even pretend to move. But yeah, like and doing Google Maps was fun. And, like there's fun stuff. It's just I don't know. Like I wouldn't watch a movie in it because it's heavy. Like it can get kind of heavy and you'll sweat in it too. That's another downside. And I wouldn't watch porn because at any moment someone could like open your door and just catch you like jacking off with this giant fucking.
Well, they don't know what you're watching. Is
that's
the
true?
They can't see what you're watching. So you could be watching Nova.
I was scratching. My pants fell down. I was playing Beat Saber.
I was watching Khan Academy and my pants fell down. I was learning.
I'm doing math. And I was trying to catch. What you saw was me trying to reach down and catch my underwear, but I actually grabbed my penis, and I thought it was my underwear, so I was pulling on it, and I didn't realize what I was doing.
I was playing coolmathgames.com, and my pants fell down.
And I stood up too fast, and that's why it's hard, all right?
I was cleaning it.
And then I've been sick, and that's why all the tissues are on the ground. It's the cold, it's flu season, okay? But go ahead, buy VR. Buy Jason's VR if you want to. What do I fucking care? What do I care?
I wouldn't want that in my house.
No.
Just like anything for Mikey Miles. And also, you have to count on the person sending it out.
Yes.
That's the thing about buying stuff from someone who takes 6 months to send something out and you have to email them 20 times.
Yeah. Like, if you're not going through, like, a service, then you can't trust those guys.
Like, you pay Mikey Miles $100 for something, and you're like, oh, I'm pretty funny. And then 3 months from now, you're like, oh man, my checking account's almost overdrawn. I wish I had that $100 or the thing I paid for. At least one of them. Too bad I can't get a refund because he's just going to block me.
Yeah, he's not going to do anything. Man, why? I mean, you can't pay Mikey Miles any money because he is like an actual sex pest.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
He's a really bad guy.
Yeah, Jason's just annoying, but like Mikey Miles is actually vile. He's committed crimes. He's committed sex crimes. So,
Yeah. I think Jason is still in good standing on the escort list.
Yeah.
To my knowledge.
I don't think he can afford. I don't think he was blowing money on that. He was just blowing money on getting like DoorDash delivered and then charged back and not tipping and buying like bourbon on there.
Yeah, it's hard to say when he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Or
But
just
like-
telling cousin lies.
But Mikey, we have confirmation.
He kept trying to take his rubber off.
Yeah. That's all in his texts. All the leaked texts that we saw. That just was like, he got banned from those services because he kept trying to take his fucking condom off. What a fucking evil little bastard.
Yeah, it's his financial situation is so weird to me still because he's in that SRO in Manhattan. It might be the cheapest room in Manhattan. And for some reason this Dominican family lets him be 6 months behind on rent. But he would not be able to afford a studio apartment in his hometown. I don't know, the way that he's been in Manhattan for so long, it boggles the mind.
I guess like no one else would take this place. It's probably, I mean, it is filthy. We see in his videos where like bugs are like crawling on the walls and stuff, and like all of his apartments, he's just had bugs everywhere. But like,
yeah,
I guess they're just like, yeah, well, fuck it, we don't care. Like you stay away from everybody, and you get to like pay some money and live here, and we don't think about you. I don't know. It's kind of like just a mouse in the wall. That's probably how they treat him.
Or maybe they think of it like the next person who gets the $300 room, they might be an addict or something.
Yeah, right.
They might like steal stuff out of the kitchen, or they might have had bad experiences. And he at least is not, at least in this building, he's not groping anybody. He's not taking pictures of any of the women. I think in his last building, he got kicked out because one of the other tenants was complaining that I think he got her number somehow and then was texting her dick pics.
Yeah, and then I think he would like follow people to their rooms. I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah, and he can get away with it more because he's so tiny.
Yeah,
because he's like, 5'1".
He's 5'1" and like 90 pounds and just looks like a little like baby bird. Like you could deck him at any time. You could just smack him and he would fall over. So absolutely,
that's why he's able to get away with like hopping women's fences and shit.
Yeah, because like the security guards just feel bad like manhandling him because they're like, oh man, I'm gonna kill him.
They think he has a disease and his bones are gonna break. Oh, he has Tassim-Fuckus syndrome. Go easy on him.
I mean, his bones will break. That's why I always want to play basketball against him. Like I just want to like back him down in the paint and just throw an elbow, just right into his rib cage and see what damage I can do. And be like, oh, sorry, man. Hey, just playing hard.
I love how he will walk 5 miles across New York to play hoops alone. It's never been with another human being once.
I mean,
it's so depressing. I don't know how he doesn't find it depressing going to the park alone every single day.
There was the post where someone was like, do you have any friends? And what did he say? He said something about being special. Too special to have friends. I'm
more special than other people. I don't have time for friends.
Yeah, it's like, okay. What do you mean by that? I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, probably not a lot of people have befriended him. We know he was called Mustang Mike in high school.
That's gotta be, he has to have the most like miserable existence.
Yeah, he's right on the edge. I don't know how his ego stays together. It's like it's duct taped together. It's just cracking and water's spraying out, and he keeps patching it up. It's an ongoing process because I think he knows on some level he can't be an actor. He's not going to be an actor. He's not going to be a lawyer. He's not going to be anything. He's going to be working these shitty jobs, and he can't even do them.
He keeps getting fired or quit.
He was a busboy, and he said he had to go up the stairs, so he quit.
Yeah.
Like, you said he was like, I could be a Marine.
He got quit here. He got quit. He got fired from the security desk job. He got fired from like every job he's ever had, basically.
The security desk job was one of the funniest things. You can see it in his text where he was like an okay enough employee because all he had to do was stand there. It was the perfect job for him. Because no one actually tries to rob whatever it was, like I don't even know what it was, like a club or like a restaurant or something. Like no one's going to come in there with a gun. So he can be a tiny little guy who just stands there all day in a suit that doesn't fit. And what happened was he got arrested because he had the little thing of Casamigos tequila and then groped a woman on the subway and then got arrested. He couldn't show up to work the next day, did a no-call, no-show, and then kept texting his manager asking if he could use his accrued sick time to pay for the no-call, no-show when he was in jail. Which is just, the audacity to do that is so amazing. Like, I want to get paid for the time I was in jail for sexually assaulting a woman and did a no-call, no-show.
It's like, do you think you could make that work out for me? I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, like, if I could come out ahead, if I could be paid to be in jail.
Yeah. Like,
that would be awesome.
How can I make this work for me?
Yeah. You gotta make lemons out of lemonade.
Yeah, I gotta have my cake and eat it too. God damn it, what a fucking cretin.
It's unbelievable because oh God, that was such a good job for him.
Because he just had to do nothing. He showed up, he worked alone, so he really didn't bother anybody. You get to eat like his like stinky like microwave tuna and like bologna and like apple meal he would make every day, and
a raw avocado.
Yeah, raw avocado, just eat it in the back room. And he made like decent money, and he could have just did that for the rest of his life and stayed out of the way of everyone else, and it would have been fine.
He just had to stand in one place like a sim.
He can't. He's the main character, though. He
just had to grab somebody. He had to grab somebody, and then he had a cock ring on his penis at some point.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it was fine when he was hard. It stays on, but when he gets soft, it falls off. And when he got arrested, he got soft, and it fell off and fell to the ground, and the cops laughed at him. That's something he said in text to his friend.
His brother. That's his only friend.
Well, he had some like coworker who was like not really a friend, but it was
you're right.
Someone he had his number for some reason and would be like, "Hey, bro, I just fucked a bunch of prostitutes for $5,000 that my dad sent me." And it would be like, "Oh, you got to get your life together, bro." And I think it was the same guy who said he was working at a dispensary, and Mikey Miles all of a sudden was like, "Don't mess with that shit, bro. That'll kill you. That weed shit, that's fucking bad for you, bro." Like, what? How do you have that opinion?
I like the idea. I mean, I don't like it, but it's very interesting to me to go out in public wearing a cock ring, knowing it's going to slide off when you're soft. So you just kind of like have to be hard all the time.
Yeah, maybe he took a blue chew.
I don't get the idea of being like, yeah, I'm going out in public. Let me just get a raging boner this whole like 7 hours I'm outside.
Well, it's not like he's nude. You can just see it through his pants.
Yeah, but I mean, and I assume his penis like is quite small. He's a small guy.
He has very large testicles.
Yeah, he does. So he definitely has a small penis.
They hang very low.
We've seen them. We've seen them pop out of his ratty old underwear.
It's so fucked up. There's that one picture of him where you can just see one of his nuts hanging below his. He's like facing away from the camera. It's so fucked. God, I can't believe. Imagine sucking his dick with a condom on for $250.
Yeah, I feel bad for those women.
I think I would do it.
You know what, though? Yeah, oh, God, with the cock ring. I don't think he didn't get hard a lot of the times either. So those women just got paid.
Yeah, he was sitting there just talking to her, like Catcher in the Rye.
And he kept trying to, like, jerk himself off to get hard, and, like, it just wouldn't work. And, man.
It's so fucked.
Man. Oh, God.
He almost got beat up by the pimp because he took too long and he wouldn't stop.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck!
They're like, your time is up, sir. It's amazing. He's just... he has invincibility on.
Yeah, because he's so lucky that he looks like he does, like you said. He looks like just a bird boy, and if you hit him, all of his bones would shatter, and you'd be liable. You're going to kill this man if you punch him, and then you're going to go to jail.
Yeah, he's just able to get away with mouthing off to the bouncer at a brothel. An underground brothel. Like, fuck you, man.
I'm not sure if
Give
you
me
guys...
15 minutes for free.
If you guys... speaking of women, I'm not sure if you guys have talked about this on the pod or not, but Vince is looking to buy a new doll.
Oh, yeah. I guess there's a new stimulus check.
Yeah, Somehow he got $800. I don't know. Maybe Joe Biden, Peter Thiel, thank you so much. He is posting on his Instagram and on YouTube pictures, Photoshop pictures of himself and then just random dolls with different names. Who is it? I think it was like Angelin and Bella.
Yeah, KM Crew. You got to meet one out of the
Angelin
4 ladies are
and
running
Bella.
to become part of the team. Kissinger's Media. You met Bella. Now meet Angelin. She's sweet and loving as an angel. She became a fan of Vinny since the premiere of a Relationship with a Doll series, but not only that. Angelin has a crush on Vinny. She could be Vinny's angel. What would you say? She's on the waiting list until winter 2023.
So
Wow.
I want to read the picture too. What you think of Angel joining the team? Every fan's dream and what a woman needs in life. I keep saying that to myself.
What a woman needs in life is a very stinky man to put gross loads inside of her.
Every fan's dream and what a woman needs in life. What does that mean? So what is every fan's dream and what does a woman's need in life? And so, because it's like, it's a picture of him and a picture of her, and the background is what looks like a blue, like an American flag, but it's like Colts blue, and then there's the Colts symbol. Because the Colts are his second favorite sports football team. I don't know. First, second favorite, third. I mean, he's a fan of all 32. But who is that for? Is that for her? Is that him? Is like he's every fan's dream and what a woman needs in life? Or is it the doll?
I don't know. I think someone in Discord looked up the model of sex doll,
Mm-hmm.
and it
I'm
was
sure.
like $1,400 or something.
No shot he can afford that.
Yeah, I think like we seen that one under his bed,
Yes.
which was like $50.
Yeah.
He could have waited, but he
Yeah.
had to jump the gun and get that. So I don't think he's just gonna get one of those again.
Well, I think he got that because one, like he didn't have sex with Amber a lot early on because he didn't realize he needed to use lube, right? And it
Yeah,
was
it
like
hurt
such
too
a
much.
hassle. Yeah. So it was such a hassle to like lug this like 90-pound plastic and metal skeleton and just put her on the bed. And then you have to like, you just get on top and then you get inside of her and then it just hurts really fucking bad for about 3 minutes and then you're done. You're just like,
Just close your
that's not
eyes and
worth
think
it."
about flowers.
It's like, oh, that's not worth it. This kind of sucks. And then he discovered lube and he was like, oh shit. Oh my goodness. I don't have scabs all over my penis anymore. Just open wounds. And then when he got the vibrating pocket pussy or whatever, it's ass and
Vibrating ass and pussy. My Danny Daniels. My Danny
and he
Daniels.
got the vibrating ass
Oh,
and pussy.
it's still in my history when I type it in.
He,
Zero tolerance Danny Daniels movie download with realistic ass and vagina stroker masturbator.
He vibrating ass and pussy, man. And so I think he got that because jacking off is just not enough for him, I guess. I don't know if he doesn't like could he just not close his fist? You know what I mean? Like there's got to be something going on, but he just thought, well, the sex doll is just too much work. Or maybe he only had $70. But now he's buying a sex doll. Who's giving this man money?
Theoretically, he should have enough money because he works full time. He makes $17 an hour.
Yeah,
The
but
apartment he's in is probably too big because he's got that extra room, but he should. Like, I don't know, but he also spends $300 to go to a Colts game for no reason.
he took
And
out
then he'll buy a
student
bunch
loans.
of toys and shit.
He took out student loans to go to that school, the ICB, and that's when he started buying a ton of shit. And now he graduated, and then student loan, he's going to have to pay those.
Yeah, I don't know if it waits until after the graduation ceremony. I'm not sure how it works, but he's been out of school for like 8 months now.
Yeah, I think you get
And he
like
hasn't.
6
He's not
months.
even applying to the jobs,
No, of course
which is
not.
like, I think he should because it would be funny for the radio station.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you would think like there's got to be some like very mean-spirited morning show that's gonna like hire him as like
Yeah.
intern Vinny, and like
Yeah, he
can't
would be the
speak.
whackback.
Yeah, exactly.
Like have him do the weather, and he's like, "Honey, it's gonna be raining, and it's gonna be thunder
Like, I can't
showers."
say I've listened to like shock jock radio in quite a long time, but there's still got to be some of those guys, and especially in Ohio,
Oh yeah.
Southern Ohio, nonetheless. Like, it's a
So the problem
lawless
is
land.
everyone in the audience is like, "Whoa, wow, this is a normal guy.
Oh yeah, this guy sounds like me.
Sounds like me and my neighbor and my friend and my brother.
That's good. Oh wow, this guy likes wrestling. Me too.
This
But
guy loves punching dolls in the yard."
so, but like again though, like it's not like I mean, I guess maybe he got a credit card. Because I'm trying to think, like,
Yeah,
is there like a payment plan or something? I mean, he could get approved because like Mikey Miles got approved, right? So like fucking anybody can get. You're gonna get a horrible interest in APR.
Yeah, it's like $300 limit.
Yeah, but like, so I'm like, did he get like a credit card and like that's what he's gonna like spend? I don't know. I'm excited to find out though.
They should let you try it before you buy it.
Also, it's been
like, what if it hurts? What if that one hurts too?
It's been 4 months to the day, actually. We're recording on September 21st, and she passed away May 21st.
Wow.
And since she died, and, you know, everyone knows she died because he wanted to date human women again, and apparently that just has not worked out, and he's given up.
He got so ahead of himself. He's like, all right, guys, I'm downloading Tinder. I'm going to get so much pussy.
He's given up in 4 months. That's not... You can't go in and be like, I want to date, and then 4 months later be like, oh, no one, sex doll again. I mean... Well,
he downloaded every dating app and then swiped right on every single person until it ran out of people. And he still got that one match, and it was that woman who, like, at the beginning, like, started getting really quiet and didn't want to be in any of the pictures with him. And didn't call him back.
I mean, because, like, when, again, we saw he read his profile pic, like, his, like, information to us.
Yeah, it says fuck like a porn star.
Yeah,
that's one of his requirements.
A porn star. Then it links to his YouTube page where it's just him and his sex doll and his big friend Brad, who's just farting and, like, saying that he loves lesbians but hates gay people. If you watch that much. Or you go to one of his past videos, he's wrestling a dog or wrestling a doll, or another past video with Brad where they're like filming women in public and like teenage women in public going, oh, she's fucking hot, like in the bank or whatever. So I don't think you should include a link to your YouTube page.
But other than that, he's
a catch.
Yeah, he is a catch. He's an Ohio 10.
Southern Ohio 10.
Southern Ohio 10.
It's a difference.
I'm a Dayton 10.
Yeah, he's a Dayton man.
It's funny how he's from Dayton, but that's the one thing he can't do.
Well, not
It's kind of funny to think about.
Not necessarily once he gets some of that money coming in and he gets a new lady.
It's funny that he's from Piqua, but no women wants to Piqua him.
God. But like, I guess that's the risk you run when you get a sex doll the very first time is the rest of your life. You are just a sex doll guy. You can't go back.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, is there a normal person who had like a full body sex doll, not just a fleshlight, like a full thing that ever became normal again? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think you can. I think it's impossible.
You're stepping off the cliff.
Yeah. You are just waving the white flag to society and saying, listen, I'm done here. I'm really done here. I can't be a part of this anymore.
Oh,
God,
boy.
that's what's so morbid to think about.
You don't like that?
Yeah, I can't imagine that. You have to be really stupid, I think, to make yourself believe that that's real and that the piece of plastic that you're holding is a real sensation.
Well, for 10,000, if we get to $10,000 on the Patreon, we are sending Chet a real doll.
No, that's the kiss tattoo. I thought.
Is it? No.
Yeah.
Well, both. Both.
No.
You have to get a real doll and then use it as a tattoo practice pad.
Yeah.
What if my real doll gets a kiss tattoo?
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if we can make it have like Gene Simmons' face.
I would like to get the skeleton, just the skeleton part.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. I wonder if they sell that. Probably not.
Let's see.
I'm not gonna look it up because it's just gonna, you know.
You're a father now. You can't be looking.
Oh yeah, there it is.
This is the family computer
awesome.
now.
That is the fuck thing is like I've been on the couch and just holding the baby and then DB will text me and it's just some guy with like, the grossest penis you've seen. And I'm looking at it laugh and then I look down and I'm like, that's my baby. Oh man, that looks like that's a Terminator.
Yeah, I want to get that. It looks like a thin Terminator.
Yeah, that looks like an early in the chat, in the stream chat, the little in the top right corner.
Oh yeah,
that looks like the Terminator shell. Like when it in the very first movie when it's chasing after her in that factory and it gets squished.
Yeah, you really could just put the sex doll over any architecture like that.
I just don't get.
Can mix and match him like Sid.
I don't like the fingers, those metal fingers.
Yeah.
I don't like. It's just, man, just get, if you really, I understand the vibrating pussy and ass more than I understand this whole doll.
Yeah, it's so elaborate.
It's too elaborate, and you really got to commit to the bit. At least in the best case scenario, you could hide your fleshlight, you could hide your whatever device, and I think those are more than. I mean, maybe not the vibrating where it's just the pussy and ass. It just seems weird, but
that's
a
fleshlight.
Yeah, the fact that it has to be like a physical representation
I know, really,
of it is kind of like, come
funny. It's too much. Because you can't just sit in your computer chair and
and also aren't you seeing game.
You're either fucking laying down having sex with this, or jacking off becomes a 2-hand game, and that's too many hands when you're jacking off. Just use one hand. That's the rule.
Yeah.
That's the whole
and you're seeing where the torso and the legs cut off. So even if you're looking at it, it's like, oh, this is so realistic, and it's just cut off at the waist. It's like it still doesn't look remotely like a human at all.
I'm talking myself through this, and I'm getting upset, and it's just making less sense to me.
And I still love the vision of him pushing that around in a wheelchair in the movie theater, the pussy and ass, or putting a pair of shorts on it, and it's just shorts, you can't see anything.
Man, but imagine trying to get on top of that, and what if it he's in his bed trying to hump it and it just keeps moving forward, and he has to keep pushing, he's still wearing his shoes in bed humping it to get a grip because he was sliding around in socks.
God, it would be so funny to get the Danny Daniels thing and then put clothes on it. Put a pair of basketball shorts on it and then a hat on the top.
Put shorts and then drape a shirt across the top of the wheelchair.
This is my girlfriend, Danny Daniels. She wears my pants.
She loves the Steelers.
She loved the Steelers. Putting your ear up to it. Yeah, she says she loved the Steelers a lot.
Going to see Buzz Lightyear with that doll. It actually turns on. You just... Man, Vince, you're the man. You're so fucking
I'm
cool.
so glad he's getting another sex doll, because he really sucks without it.
Yeah, he really
his
does.
content is so bad when it's just him, because he just goes to the nearest minor league football game or college football or whatever game is available, and then he films the cheerleaders. He doesn't talk about the game at all, and that's the whole video. It's 10 minutes of the cheerleaders, either that or him playing Madden 94 for PlayStation. And it's just silent for 20 minutes as he's playing against the computer. He has to have a sex doll.
Yeah, he has to have a sex doll I think he understands that too, because even when he was killing Amber, he was just please don't unfollow, please follow me over here, Kissinger's Media, please. Where Amber had, there was a few meme accounts that would share her shit, and that's why he kind of blew up at different times. And then, he only has 800 followers on his Kissinger's Media, where I think Amber topped off at 3,700.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good.
Pretty good for
any
a
picture of him with
doll.
the sex doll is instantly funny.
Yeah,
you don't even have to know
100%.
who he is. Just you see that and it's funny. But if it's a picture of him, it's not funny unless you already know what he's doing and who he is and listen to him talk. The threshold is just so much higher.
Yeah, most of the pictures of just him are either sad or boring, because it's either him just posing in front of the Pro Football Hall of Fame alone, or it's him really grabbing on and trying to smell a Colts cheerleader's hair.
Yeah.
Or with his ex's niece, and and you're just this poor girl didn't have a shot in this world.
Yeah, I'm glad he's not bringing the sex doll over there anymore.
Well,
unfortunately, everyone in her life is still a juggalo.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, he's getting a new sex doll. You know what's crazy? What a crazy fucking year for him. Because now I'm realizing he got married to his sex doll this year, killed his sex doll this year, and is buying a new sex doll this year. And he got engaged at Christmas. So if he gets the sex doll before Christmas, within a calendar year, he will have gotten engaged to a sex doll. married the sex doll, killed the sex doll, bought a new sex doll. That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
So cool.
I
He's
wonder.
a real lady killer. I still want to know
What
what happened to Amber.
I think she broke down. 100% she had to have like broken down because she was like an $800 thing he got off of Amazon. I can't imagine that was like good quality.
It had to have been that the pussy healed over.
Yes.
Either that or something got fucked up on her face. But like, you can replace her hair. He would put different wigs on her. And I don't think, like, unless something was wrong with her face, I don't think he would retire it. It would have to be that she's not functional.
Well, we talked about it, and it was like the oil-based lubricant. Like, didn't it like fuse like it fuses plastic together? And so that's what that's what I think.
He had a picture of water-based lubricant, which wouldn't do it, but he might have bought a different kind in the past. We don't know.
Yeah, and so like if he used like an oil, because he just one day was like, well, I have olive oil that's like 15 years old that I just keep lugging around with me, never use. And like he just probably used something like that, and then the her pussy fused shut.
Yeah, there's no hole.
Or you know what's another good idea is that the cumbazor inside of her became so big and so impenetrable that he couldn't take a screwdriver and break it open or punch her in the stomach a lot of times, where then it kind of cracks open and he can kind of shake her out. And so maybe it just became so big he couldn't fit his own penis in there and then had to toss her. Who knows? Who could say?
Well, you have to do that thing where you use supersonic waves to break apart a kidney stone.
Yeah, and like he couldn't do that.
Yeah. Well, it's because of healthcare in America. Like, it's really hard to get healthcare, especially if you're a sex doll.
Since Biden became president. Yeah. He's not able to
Taking her to the car wash and putting the big, strong vacuum inside her pussy. You just hear her sucking and go...
I love the idea of like you have to do like CPR on her abdomen and then like these just puffs of like white just keep shooting out.
Like a puffball mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her spores.
And then, like,
Amber is getting in life, and when they're spores, it's like the end of Charlotte's Web with all the spider eggs. Amber's s'mores are gonna live on forever.
What appears to be like paint chips just sort of like spraying out of her. And he's like, all right, she's good to go. You can use her now.
Good to go.
Good to go. Let's go.
Wipe the outside of it, and we're good to go.
Man, these guys are fucked up that we watch.
Maybe Vince looked up how to clean a real woman's vagina. And he read like, well, you shouldn't be douching it all the time. That's actually bad for the pH. You want to definitely clean the outside, but you don't want to go all the way in spraying it out with water and stuff. And he's like, okay, all right. The natural pH of the macrobiota inside the vaginal cavity. All right. So don't clean it.
I don't like the idea of him Googling that. God damn it.
One of the nastiest episodes we've done.
Yeah, honestly. Now that I'm back, we just get back to the nasty talk. I'm sorry.
Mr. Nasty.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm just gross.
I haven't missed a stride.
No. Of course not.
Oh, I mean, one of the first, right after your baby was born, you posted a picture of you holding her and watching, like, Vinny. And I'm like,
yes.
I was watching this poor girl.
I was watching, I've been watching some baby. Cooking with Jack, too, staying up on him. Mm-hmm. I went back and I was just cracking myself up. There's a man I follow on Instagram that you've seen, Jeff, and he just like this old man that poses with money and takes these like semi-nude pictures of himself. And that the day my child was born, my first post on Twitter was just posting a picture of him and saying my son was born. And I was in the hospital on the couch while my wife was in labor. I was just posting a picture of him. And it's such a good picture.
That guy's pretty cool.
Much. Yeah, he is cool. I love him. He's just a guy. There's a million of those guys on Instagram where they just post pictures of like $40 and then a bunch of bots will be like, oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. And he's like, who wants some? And then he'll go to like, just some sports bar called like O'Houlihan's where like the women have to dress in like mini skirts and then just start taking pictures of all the women. and then he's in his car like shirtless posting selfies. People are so cool online.
Posting your money spread on Instagram and getting replies from bots, that's like a virtual strip club.
Yeah, exactly. Although you go to those accounts and it's just like
they're so interested in
Jenna Jamison 124.
Jenna Jarnison.
Like, and there's like pictures of 7 different women on their page, and that's the only 7 pictures. You go, well, I think she's in love with me, and I found a new wife.
Wow, you look great with red hair and blonde and brunette and with the afro too. You're a very beautiful lady. Brian Linda, I love you so much. And audience, I love you. God bless you. Episode 150.
Amen. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Amen.
Bye-bye.
You show us everything you got. You keep on dancing and the room gets hot. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You say you wanna go for a spin. The fun is just begun, but now you can. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on sounding, you keep on sounding. I wanna rock and roll all night. I wanna every day. I wanna rock and roll all night. I wanna every day. I wanna rock and roll all night. I wanna every day. I wanna rock and roll all night. I wanna every day. You keep on saying you'll be mine for a while. You're looking fancy and I'm not your style. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You show us everything you've got. Baby, that's what online. And you drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting, keep on shouting. Wanna rock and roll all night. I wanna every day. I wanna rock and roll all night. I wanna every day. I wanna rock and roll all night. I wanna every day. I wanna rock and roll all night. I wanna every day. I wanna rock and roll all night. Every day, I wanna rock and roll all night. Every day, I wanna rock and roll all night. Every day, I wanna rock and roll.